Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Jess, and this is where we track the strange, the unexplained, and the scientifically uncomfortable things happening in our universe in real time. Today is a big one. For the first time ever, we're able to combine three critical threads into a single story. Direct commentary from Harvard astrophysicist Professor Avi Loeb, brand new observational data released by NASA, and a series of unverified but widely circulated leaked claims that raise serious questions about what governments may have known long before the public did. All of it centers on one object, 3I Atlas, only the third confirmed interstellar object ever detected passing through our solar system. But unlike the others, this one isn't just passing through quietly. It's changing, actively, visibly, in ways we've never been able to observe before. Let's start with what we know for certain. According to Professor Avi Loeb, 3I Atlas did not originate in our solar system. It came from somewhere else in the Milky Way galaxy, a galaxy that contains over 100 billion stars. Its journey may have taken millions, possibly billions of years, but we only detected it recently because objects like this are extremely faint when they're far from the sun. In fact, Professor Loeb explains that 3I Atlas likely entered the outskirts of our solar system around 8,000 years ago, roughly when human history began to be recorded. We didn't see it then, because we simply didn't have the technology. Only now, with modern sky survey telescopes designed to detect fast-moving objects, did it finally stand out. And when it did, it immediately looked strange. 3I Atlas is moving through the plane of the planets at an unusual angle. It displays what appears to be an antitail, including a jet that points toward the sun, something that doesn't behave like typical cometary activity. That jet extends nearly 1,000,000 kilometers in the sunward direction, and it has been visible consistently since the object was first observed. As for size, we don't know exactly how large it is, but estimates place it roughly around the size of Manhattan Island. There are no indications that it will collide with Earth. However, one question remains open. If this object were technological in nature, could it release something as it passes through? Professor Loeb is careful not to jump to conclusions. He stresses that science works like detective work. You gather data, you test explanations, and you don't assume answers before the evidence leads you there. Tonight's observations are especially important, as a new moon provides darker skies, allowing hundreds of observatories around the world to study the object simultaneously. There is also hope for imagery from the James Webb Space Telescope. And now, NASA's latest data adds a new layer to this story. Rather than settling down after its close pass by the sun, 3I Atlas is still evolving. Recent observations show that the inner coma, the cloud of gas and dust surrounding the nucleus, has changed structure again. Where there was once a dominant bright axis, that feature has vanished. In its place are layered, shell-like arcs radiating outward. These arcs represent separate bursts of material released at different times, frozen in space as expanding waves. This means internal changes are still happening. Photometric data shows that the object's rotation period has shifted slightly, indicating it is spinning faster than before. Brightness patterns that once appeared distinct are now overlapping, suggesting multiple active regions on the surface are turning on and off. This is not the behavior of a stable, cooling comet. Spectral analysis reinforces this. Lighter, more volatile compounds that dominated earlier observations are fading, while deeper, more refractory materials are becoming more prominent. This indicates that heat from the sun is still migrating inward, activating layers that have never been exposed before in the object's entire history. Most importantly, non-gravitational forces from active jets remain significant. The object is still subtly steering itself through space. NASA's orbital models must continue adjusting for these forces, meaning 3I Atlas cannot be treated as a passive rock moving only under gravity. In simple terms, this object is still in transition. It hasn't settled into a final state. It hasn't stabilized. And we don't yet know which direction this transformation will take. It may calm down, stabilize, and leave our solar system intact, forever altered but whole. Or continued internal stress, spin changes, and new venting could push it toward fragmentation. Either outcome would be historic. And now we arrive at the most controversial part of today's video. Unverified leaked documents and images circulating online claim that the United States may have been tracking 3I Atlas for over 20 years using a highly classified planetary defense system allegedly called Cassandra. According to these claims, Cassandra was first outlined in a 2005 academic paper as a theoretical system designed to monitor near-Earth and interstellar objects at extreme distances using distributed sensor networks. Associated programs named Oracle, Argus VS, and Umbra SAR are said to form a layered surveillance architecture spanning Earth orbit and cislunar space. Publicly confirmed elements of these programs do exist. Oracle satellites operating near Earth-Moon Lagrange points have been acknowledged, and Umbra SAR satellites have been operational since 2021. What remains unverified are the leaked images from November 2025 that allegedly show structured, geometric emissions from 3I Atlas during perihelion, when the object was hidden from Earth-based view. These images, if authentic, would suggest observation capabilities far beyond what has been publicly disclosed. To be absolutely clear, there is no confirmed proof that these leaks are real. This channel does not present them as fact. They are included because they exist, they are circulating widely, and they intersect uncomfortably with known capabilities and unexplained observations already acknowledged by scientists and amateur astronomers alike. So here's where we stand. We have a confirmed interstellar object behaving in unprecedented ways. We have real-time data showing it is still actively changing. We have expert commentary urging caution, curiosity, and deeper observation. And we have claims that, if ever validated, would fundamentally alter our understanding of planetary defense and space surveillance. For now, the only responsible position is this: watch the data, question the claims, avoid conclusions. Because whether 3I Atlas turns out to be an extraordinary natural object or something far stranger, we are witnessing something humanity has never seen before. And that alone makes this moment worth paying attention to. Right now, there are more questions than answers, and that's exactly where real science lives. 3I Atlas hasn't finished telling its story yet. It's still changing, still reacting, still revealing pieces of itself one observation at a time. Whether this turns out to be an extreme but natural interstellar object, or something that forces us to rethink what we believe about our place in the galaxy, one thing is certain. We are watching history unfold in real time. Moments like this don't come around often. And when they do, they don't wait for certainty before moving on. So if you want to stay with this story as it develops, if you want updates as new data comes in, new observations are released, and new questions emerge, make sure you subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and stay connected. Because this isn't over. Not even close.